It's 8:05 from our studios this morning. Lagos, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us again. So, last week we started a conversation about delayed speech in children. And we would dedicate today to discuss this even further. And as a matter of time, as a matter of fact, give you the opportunity to ask all of those questions that you intended to ask, last week that you couldn't get through. Some of the questions that you asked as well, that we couldn't take last week, we would try and take those questions this week. In the meantime, you can watch us on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us. Every Thursday, we discuss health and health-related matters. Every Thursday. So this Thursday, we'll having the part 2 of that conversation of last week, delayed speech in children. I have joining me right now the head speech pathology and special education department, Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital Yaba from Oshodi Annex. Temitope Amodu joins me in the studio this morning. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here again.
Thank you so much.
You promised that you'll be here today, and you're here.
Yes.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thank you.
For parents who have questions, please get ready. Start sending in your questions. If you have got any, if you want to send them via SMS, go straight to your WhatsApp and type 0809 597 5805 on your WhatsApp. That is 0809 597 5805 on your WhatsApp. And send us your questions. For live stream on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. For Twitter, it's at Nigeria Info FM. Facebook is also there, so feel free to, sending all your questions now, because today is dedicated to questions. But let me just begin. Let me set the tone by asking some of my questions that can, give us the premise that we need to get this conversation on the road, right? Mrs. Amodu, what is speech or language delay? At what point can, I know we discussed it last week, but at what point can we say that a child is having speech or language delay?
Okay, that's a good one. You see, still talking about speech and language delay in children, it's something that is often overlapping. Are you getting me now? Because when you talk about speech, it's the verbal expression of things, which includes the way you articulate your words, the way you form your sound. Why the language is the acquisition. Do you understand it? Can you comprehend what is being said? So you can see now, for some children, they will tell you it is still speech, and for some it is still language. Both of them are working together.
Okay.
That is why we said it is overlapping. So at from 18 months, we can begin to say that a child is having speech and language delay.
Okay.
That is when there are some noticeable signs in that child. At a certain stage, when you feel that, okay, this child is supposed to understand what you are saying, but the child is not getting what you are saying, or you need to prompt that child before that child can actually assimilate what you are saying, then there is a problem. Or when you feel your child is not producing speech sound in the right way, you ask the child to say rabbit, the child say wabbit. The child says, let's see, for lorry, the child omit L and say oi. Or for pop, the child say up. So when there's an omission of words, or the child is substituting words for each other, when the child says apple, the child is supposed to say apple, but the child now substitutes it for babu. Apple for babu. Then there's a problem somewhere.
Is there a connection between this and cognitive ability of such children?
Yes, there is. So if you are looking about the cognitive ability of these children now, we have to get the detailed medical history from the beginning now.
Okay.
So that will enable us to know where we're actually heading to. Like I still say, it is idiopathic for now, meaning you don't know the real cause.
Right.
It is only linked or associated to one or two things. For some children with autism, they tend to have speech and language problem. It has to do with communication. Because when you look at the triad of autism, it has to do with social behavior, interaction, and communication. For some children with Down syndrome too, that they have orofacial malfunctional disorder, that is tongue thrust.
Okay.
It tends to cause delay in their speech too. Then for some children that will talk at a certain age, then stop talking later in life. That means probably there's an issue, or that child is trying to be selective in some areas.
Right.
So when that child gets to a certain environment, that child may not communicate very well. So that child tends to fall under what we call selective mutism. That is why you see some parents who say, my child was actually talking, but at a certain time he stopped talking. So we need to consider all these things in our child.
Can an accident cause delay in speech or language in children? Let's say domestic accident.
It can.
Or
You know, it
something.
is still what we are saying, that it is still, for some children when they were young, you can see them, their parents will tell you, my child fell more than 100 times. So, but there's nothing wrong. But for just one or two, you see that after that fall, they will tell you, you need to go for MRI, EEG, let's know what is happening to that child. It can actually cause that child to be a late talker.
Okay.
So, though that child may later outgrow it, you understand? If there are no other issues aside that, when the child had a domestic fall in the house or so.
At what level should a parent seek help? Is it after 18 months?
18 to 30 months. 18 to 30 months. And parents should start seeking help to help develop their child's speech and language skills.
Is there a spectrum when you talk about, child delayed speech and child's language, delayed language?
Yes, we have from 15 months, 18 months, 20 months. By 24 months, that child should be producing like 50 words that are clear enough.
By 24 months.
By 24
That's
months.
2 years.
2 years.
2 years old.
Yes. So without errors. Not that the child will be having issues when producing these words.
Okay.
So by that 24 months.
Is it everybody or every child that
Every
has
child.
delayed speech?
No, for every normal child.
Normal child.
Yes. They are also normal. I didn't say they are not normal. For children that does not have delayed speech by 24 months, we should be having an audible voice.
Okay.
Yes,
by 2
but
years.
by 2 years. But if there are issues, we can begin to have errors in articulation, errors in producing the right speech sound, errors in coordinating the articulators. You understand? Then we should be having what we call nonsensible words. Sometimes that child will start speaking in jargons. At the beginning, you understand what that child is saying, but in the middle, you may not understand what that child is saying. It is only a careful listener that can understand what that child is saying.
Right.
Or that person might even guess or try to put in one or two things for him or her to understand what that child is saying.
I want to now, before we go and be taking calls and the rest, I want to connect this to an adult. If a child has a delayed speech, is it connected to an adult that stammers, or is there a connection between stammering and delayed speech?
Yes, that is under fluency disorder. When we talk about stammering, it's under fluency disorder. It's a type of speech defect. Yes. So for some children that are stammers from the beginning, if it runs in the family. So for them to develop the speech sound on time, it will be difficult for them. You see that they will become a late talker, but they will talk. But once they start talking, you now start seeing the noticeable sign that is either that child is pausing or is stamping his or her feet on the floor or trying to shake, then that is when you begin to see.
Okay. All right. I'll leave the rest of the parents now to get to ask you questions before we head out for our first break. 0700 993 993 993. Like I said, today's conversation is for parents really to ask all the questions that they wanted to ask last week, so we can get all of that out of the way. I'm going to start with Basit on Facebook. Basit says, please, when someone is angry or he has high temper, he used to have speech delay. What is the cause?
High temper, or
like when the person is angry,
temperamental.
Yes. That when people are angry, they can't get word out.
Yes, that person still falls under stammering or stuttering. That's under fluency, because I'm angry. You understand? So for you to bring out your voice, it will be difficult at that time.
No. So I get where Basit is, but because there's some people they are talking normally the way we're talking, but when they are angry, they can't get any word out. It's not that they will be stammering or anything. They're like, whoa. In fact, if they can't say things, and he's saying that, what is the cause
that
of
is
it?
for adults, yeah. He needs to calm down. He needs to control his anger at that time. For children, it's not always like that.
Yeah.
So they would rather throw tantrum.
Yeah.
Try to maybe scatter things or destroy things, or they fling off their pencils, their books like that. So, but at that time, as a therapist, you need to understand the mood of that child.
Okay.
You need to take things calmly for that child, because that child may prefer to say one or two things, but because that child finds it difficult to express his or herself, so the words are limited at that time. So that child may trigger up any form of tantrum
Out of frustration.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the telephone now and take thoughts from parents. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you're calling from Abeokuta.
You're welcome.
Yes, I have an issue that I want to ask. My boy is 7 years old. When he was about 4-5 years, he started stammering. Meanwhile, when he wasn't stammering, I don't know what the issue could be.
You mean when he started talking, he wasn't stammering?
Yes.
But later on, he started stammering.
At all. So
Okay.
about 4-5 years, started stammering.
Okay.
I don't know what could be the cause.
All right. All right, then. Let's take another call, then we can put the two together. Okay, that call is gone. Let's take another one, then we put the two together. Morning to you.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes,
Good
please. Morning.
Sir.
Yes, please.
My name is Agwoma.
You're welcome.
I just want to find out, is it a medical issue when some people, instead of pronouncing lorry, they say Rory? That's blessing R with L.
L.
So
Okay.
it seems to be a communal kind of language.
Okay.
It's not just an individual, but a community. Where could that have come from?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Like for Lagosians, I know some Lagosians, even as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm a Lagosian too, you understand?
Yeah.
But they will find they still pronounce their dodo. They will say toto. You understand? Substitution is taking place now.
Like rice.
Yes. But for adults, some they will tell you it is for shakara basis.
Yeah.
Yes. You understand? But for children, it is an articulatory error.
Okay.
Yes. If a child produces words like that, or sound is being substituted for each other.
Yeah.
We are saying hell, rice for wise. It is an error in kids. So for adults, we need to find out what is happening. Is it being influenced by the environment? Let's see what is happening,
What the last his friends when we were little that used to stammer. So we just noticed that he was stammering, and my dad had to caution him. Then he had to switch back. So his number was. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to the phone. Some messages on YouTube. Morning to you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
You're welcome.
I'm calling from my church. So I want to discuss one case I witnessed with my younger brother.
Okay.
When he was young,
Okay.
he eats with his left hand, right with his left hand, and then when we try to correct him by telling him not to use his left hand, and we're trying to force him to use his right hand, he started stammering.
He started stammering.
Yes. Then when we realized that this was the cause of his stammering,
Yeah.
we have to stop forcing him to change him to use from his left to his right hand, and then the stammering stopped. So I want the expert in the studio to
address that.
the connection between this the changing of use of hand from left to right and stammering.
Hand and mouth coordination. Okay. All right.
That child finds it difficult to adjust to new culture because they want him to start using left now. To start using,
he was using left. They wanted him to use right.
Yes. So probably he could not express himself. He wants them to understand that he still prefers to use his left hand. So it will be difficult for him to express. So adjusting to that new culture of him using left now is a problem for him. So the phobia the anxiety, if I talk, I don't want, or I can't do these things in my left way, will be there. You understand? So probably those are the things, until I see that child or from them now. So probably that is what is causing it now. It might cause an early speech and language delay in that child, and that child may be stammering to say one or two things.
So he is trying also to say that when they let him use his left, then the stammering stopped.
That's another coordination.
Yeah,
it's a theory of the mind.
Yeah.
It's not that the stammering will stop.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Okay.
It's just happen naturally like that.
Okay.
Like I've told you, speech and language develop naturally on their own. We have some children that are left-handed and they are not stammerers, and they do things very well. So I still feel is difficulty in adjusting to that new culture that made him that way. He cannot express himself. And then, for children, that phobia, he will stammer to say one or two things out at that time.
Right.
So if since it has been adjusted, we thank God for that.
We thank God, though.
So it's no longer a speech and language delay or fluency problem now.
Right. Let's go to YouTube. Lawa is on YouTube. Yeah, Lawa says, my son is 3 years old. He hasn't started talking, but recently he started calling Memi instead of mommy. Also, he blabs a lot. What can be done?
That's a good one.
Is there a problem?
No. The problem is already solved.
Okay.
He's now he said he's now talking.
Yeah, he said he blabs a lot. And he's seeing that as a problem.
No, it's not a problem. Babbling is a form of speech sound production. Yeah. It's okay for him that your son is now babbling. At least he calls mommy for Memi.
Yeah.
So once he continue talking that way, you need to correct and place his articulators in the right direction. For him to say mommy, it is not Memi. You have to make sure that the two lips are coming together for mommy. Yeah. So that we have strong words.
So he needs to work with the child. He needs to
work with the child to place the articulators in the right direction now. If he wants to say mat, it's not met. Mat, mommy, the two lips are coming together. Then that audible sounds that will give you the meaning of what he's producing.
Yeah.
So they need to be interacting. He needs to keep talking to him, read more books to him so that he can get the placement of those speech sound correctly.
Brilliant. Let's take another call. Nigeria info. Good morning to you. Okay, I think we lost that. Here, another one here. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Tola.
You're welcome.
I have 7-year-old twins. When they were like 3, 4, they couldn't pronounce words very well.
Okay.
And we were worried, but I told the mom that it's probably because of their teeth. Because their teeth were coming out as they grow, they come out. They were not having good teeth in their mouth. So speech, it was a serious speech defect. We were worried. But as we were taking the risk, now they are like 7. They have improved.
Okay.
We can now hear them, though they still have the problem with pronounce
some words.
When they want to call Lori, they call Lori.
Okay.
But we can hear them talk now. Is there a correlation between when their milk teeth are falling off?
Okay.
Does that affect speech?
Okay.
When they talk?
All right.
That's what's the case with my children now. They are improving. They are talking very well now.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Right. He wanted to know the connection between milk teeth going out and then speech.
Yes, that could actually affect a child producing good speech and language. So when we talk about oral motor problems, it has to do with your teeth, your tongue, your lips, and everything that has to work for a child to be able to produce accurate speech sound that are intelligible enough for you to hear as a parent or people in your immediate environment. Now, there's an issue. He has said something, but something is also missing. The tongue, he said, sometimes they find it difficult to call Lori. That means the tongue is not touching the hard palate for that sound. You understand? So now look at my front teeth now. If these two are missing, so I have problem in calling out some words. You understand?
Right.
So, but as a parent, if you start modeling and voicing out the right pronunciation, then your child will begin to speak in the normal way.
Interesting. Let me take one message here from Jalil. Jalil on YouTube says, I have a 7-year-old daughter that can't talk and she walks. But recently she started saying word like baba. Please advise me on what step I should take. Please hold on that thought. We need to step out now. When we return from this break, could attend to Jalid's question and some others on the telephone lines as well. We're still coming to Facebook and WhatsApp as well, so please stay with us here on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Talk, news, and sports after this.
What a decider! What a goal from the boy wonder!
Mavis, this your son will be a football star. When does he train? What time does he even wake up?
Breakfast time.
No. He wakes up earlier, but when I give him Milo with breakfast, that's when I see that the champion in him is awake. Don't just wake up your child. Wake up the champion in him. Let Milo Active Go and the natural goodness of malt, milk, and cocoa help wake up the champion in your child every day. Milo, energy to go further. The commute. Jasmine is running late for work, but she supports her immune system with Immune Active for whatever her day brings. Immune Active contains essential vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, zinc, and selenium that supports her immune system and keeps her active all day. Just another day at the office. Don't lose your guard. Activate your immune system with Immune Active. Available at all pharmacies nationwide and online at www.oaklifevitamins.com.
According to health professionals, the top 5 health issues for men are heart disease, stroke, suicide, prostate cancer, and lung cancer, all of which are preventable and treatable if detected early. Men from all walks of life will assemble at the Colonnades Event Center, Ikoyi, Lagos, on the 3rd of October for the Men Arising Conference 2022 to gain life-changing information on how to live a healthy life. The theme for this year is Men's Health, with Peter Femi Atoebi, SAN, as convener. Special guest speakers are Dr. Babafemi Adenuga from Howard University and Dr. Matthias Quenin, Right Results Diagnostic Center, Lagos, Nigeria. Men Arising is a yearly conference organized by the Men of Purpose Leadership Initiative. To attend, send name and yes to 0909 0066754. Come learn how you can live, work, play, and think healthy in today's challenging world.
People still they win, no. I bet you know what follow cash out for this Dangote bag of goodies season 3 awoof. Yes, so just spell Dangote and your face become multi-millionaire. Inside part 1, for one-time winning, buy bags of Dangote cement, carry the scratch card and win sharp prize. Inside part 2, to get star prize, carry the scratch card inside the bag, come spell DANGOTE. This one go confirm you to win 1 million naira cash. Chakam. And for part 3 will be the mega star prize. Carry the scratch card inside the bag, spell DANGOTE. Here, you fit win 5 million naira cash. Conquem. If you pick letter, where Dangote Eagle day on top, make sure say you find letter O where carry Dangote Eagle logo. This awoof go end for October 31, 2022. Terms and condition day show.
Get 70% off. Say what? 70%?
Everyone loves massive discount because it either helps them save money or get more from their budget. But sadly, every day isn't Christmas. Unless like me, you've got to have the higher thermocool Gen Power Inverter Air Conditioner that helps me save 70% on my electricity consumption. I even enjoy multiple ACs when I'm on Gen. That's less bills and more comfort every single day. So, what will you do with your 70% saving?
Get the higher thermocool Gen Power Inverter Air Conditioner. That's a whopping 70% electricity saver. That's less bills, more comfort. Higher thermocool, always there for you.
For more than 20 years, Betty, the Lagos Economic Summit, has contributed to the socio-economic and infrastructural development in Lagos State back to back. Some of the ideas from the previous Betty are what we now point to as the attractions of Lagos to the world. Here is another opportunity to discuss the advancement agenda of Lake Betty, the Professor Summit at the forum, and incubating growth for the ideas that take both from 11th to 12th 2022. Are you business leader, national, an entrepreneur, an academic, or electorate, summit, or in hotel suites, or to join 2022 summit online? Come forward, source, for Great Lagos.
They use as a tracker. If you get them, open up. Click any of the agency buttons where they are. If absent, press 1. Press 2. If not, press 3. If you shout 4. Instant use how many of this button. Your phone plus friends will receive message say you emergency up of the location where they. My shout app very plus every user. Ever meet the app to your location. Make you hear from people buy. Download my Shout app. And for Astra 99 cents, there will be 2,101 naira. If you want to set up your My Shout account, log on to www.myshout.net. My Shout app. Mr. Family and no say you say go download them now.
Football scene activities in all action. Every single match for the World Cup, the Liga, the Europa League, and the UEFA Champions League. That's all stars from around every competition access at THT Dish plus 1 month compact subscription now. 1,000 only and plus what's signal. All of these teams apply.
Oh yes, hit the and do be a Dangote this is free promo. Spell Dangote and become a multi-millionaire. As you want win, buy a best advertisement. Pick up a scrap into for that cross. Set bags. DNGLT. To run learn dash. Instantly. Free. Mega size. Get grab bags. And spell DNGLT and win free bet with Eagle. Lucas for it all has Dangote E logo. You to win the mega surprise. Promo runs till 2022.
This year, Beanie Zenith Bank Visa card holders will be watching Cup Live in Qatar to stand a chance of winning us up to $1,000 for also IC from home to other prizes. From around season the first second to open to new and exit card holders sequence. Bank in your best interest.
It's a luxury and good one. To users, list it in the urban on your store. www.urbanleet.it.
Child, they just energetic HO. They see more. You become captain of football team. Get excelling fast and do great one day. I say champion. So when I give a meal breakfast every day, they all give champion.
Don't just wake your child. Wake a champion. That active goal. No, champion every day. Milo energy. Go for that.
No what gets in the way of old race. HP with its Windows 10 operating system is a success. It features all batteries to get anywhere without advanced capabilities for seamless operation and performance to create shopping summits and projects. The HP Pavilion Outer 14 EUIA with the Windows 10 operating system is available all star stores. Call 070-06-300 or visit any store around you for more information. Look things HP matters to tomorrow's success.
Make you believe we plenty. Say if enjoy the wonderment of the FIFA World Cup for Qatar with Coca-Cola, summer Coca-Cola product with white color at the counter. You can see simple code *801*1* code hash. Choose your place and get your dates for free. To the all expense pay trip FIFA World Cup for Qatar. Hey, even 50 million buy time so the win starter. Coca-Cola, the official partner of the FIFA World Cup. Now FCCPC approved this promo.
Mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love like love Indomie.
I got shine to get ridiculous of change economy. From Adidas of International Grandpa, you are sure to get quality and original items when you shop directly from the brand official or on Jumia. You can put discount in the brand festival from 12th of September to 7th of October. Make secure payments online and free delivery on orders above $9.99 and any order for free. Terms and conditions apply. Your everyday delivery.
Hey, this is the move. So just spell Dangote and you it's for a win. I box Dangote set. I find one sharp prize inside box 2. Start this crash card inside the bag. Crosswell this one over don't me on a cash cam. I fuck with the mega inside bag. BHE 5 million cash one with Dangote top. Go. This will go in out of man. With the terms and conditions.
The card is here. Experience in it. When you could do FIFA World Cup. But I'm missing this when you spend a minimum of $50 on the visa in a different you are the visa code G from Visa, official sponsor of the Forward Cup 22.
Good Life Magic, the sugar drink with vitamin C glucose that keeps him active. The magic good life. A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves love every day. Show some
What is about beautiful? Made life and style. Fantasy leagues, goals, ninja football, rookie and starting games, taking no L only for W. Then Showmax Pro get it for you. Football is back. Live show, much of it does. CBR, Bears, Adult, Triple Sport, Live on Expo, sign up Showmax.
Does he train? What does he wait?
First, no, he wakes up early. When I give Milo with the snack, when I say, the can't blame him. Don't just wake up wild. Wake up the champion again. Let's Milo go. And the natural goodness of Milo help the champion your child every day. Milo energy to go for that. Africa is a continent of great people with great visions, dreams, and great minds. Africa's great minds eat and intelligent and help them interpret the greatness successfully. No matter where you are in your journey to this, the HP 200G4 Edition Intel Core i5 processor and 8GB to 256 memory will help you prepare for more success with superior capabilities, fast performance, full battery life, slim and sophisticated design. The AG4 AI PC Core i5 processor generates blood and for success easier and smarter. Start your journey today. Buy the HP 200G in one PC bundle with 10th generation Intel Core processor and 8GB RAM, 256GB memory. Available at call 070-070-0000 or visit www.congo.com for more information.
Good man, I go good free roll. Yes, spell prize. Category 2 of the prize. Bags. DANDT. Win 1 million naira cash instantly. Category 3 Mega Surprise. Scratch card inside the bags. DANDT. And 5 million naira instantly. When you pick an apt with an eagle. Look out for letter O that has the Dangote Eagle logo for you to win the Mega Star Prize. Promo runs till 31st October 2022. Terms and conditions apply.
The FIFA World Cup 22 is exciting, and now it's time to experience it. You could win a trip to FIFA Cup plus other amazing prizes when you spend a minimum of 50,000 naira monthly or $1,000 with your Visa card in at least 5 transactions. Get ready, football here. Whether you are TNC Abai, visit visit.com.ng for more. Visa, official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria. Let's talk.
99.3
Because welcome back to the show, 8:43. It's Health Thursday here on Fire. 99.3 Nigeria. Temitope Amodu is here from Federal University Hospital, Yaba, the Oshiri Annex. I'm Sheriff. Let's head back to YouTube that you read last from Gali, who says, "Have 7-year-old daughter, can't talk, and she walks, but really she started saying words like ba ba. Please advise me on what step I should take." And she can't walk also. For her, she hears. In front of her, she responds by clapping also.
She can't walk.
She can't walk.
Meaning she falls children with cerebral palsy. So, but now she's saying ba ba. Yeah, their oral motor defect is just coming up. It's a gradual thing.
Okay.
Because looking at oral motor defect, it has to do with the tongue, the lips, so everything has to be strengthened. The muscles of the mouth are not well strengthened enough.
Okay.
So he needs to bring her down so that we can have a proper assessment on that child before we can say this and this is what he's going to need. Because there are tools that he will still need to buy for that child.
Okay.
Being a cerebral palsy child, we need to know the level at which the cerebral palsy is for him.
All right, we're going to head to the telephone 0700 993 9939. With WhatsApp 0809 5955. Coming to Facebook, coming to Twitter. In this half of the show, we have very limited time left. This one goes through. I appreciate that.
Good morning. My name is Damola.
Welcome.
I have a girl, 2 years, 7 months. She barely talks, and when she talks, she actually speaks like Nana, you know that. But for sentences, they come out really fast. So my wife is saying probably I'm pushing the little girl too hard.
Too hard. Okay.
Because she's in pop. It could also be maybe because she's just the only one. Maybe that's really an issue.
Just to be clear, she's not talking well. And here she doesn't talk. To be able to understand.
There are times she speaks that are clear, not sentences, just like 2 words together.
Okay. All right.
H2, we are supposed to begin to have a milestone of speech and language development.
Yes.
So because for so in
Those are probably right. Okay. As a policy, we should tell one of the some said in that Mama, if you ask him today, he is persisting. He has very again. You are some nothing about my thing. I'm going to take care of what is Mr. Balance. I don't know what it wrong. I think it is Mr. Beers and guest talking. He's sending some messaging update. He said he also understands comments. Sit, go, come, eat, sleep, or I think we can take all these calls here. I'm sorry, we have to go, but please do share your contacts for all of these callers who like to reach out to you for further questions.
Okay, 0803 510 7920.
0803
510
510 7920. That's our direct line. If you got questions, if you need guidance, please reach out to Temitope Amodu, and she would help. She has been of a great resource on this particular topic. Thank you so much for coming 2 weeks back to back. We appreciate your effort. We thank you for all that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. You're also doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. Lagos, that's our program this morning, yeah? I'll see you on Monday morning, by the way. When will be here tomorrow on the Morning Crossfire. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Many thanks to the entire team this week. Bye for now.
And I want to assume that you would run because I want to give the listeners context for the conversation.
In 2019, you were running mate to Atiku Abubakar. What did you learn then that you will not repeat this time?
Yes, when is the president coming out to address us?
There's a few things. One, I have a burden and a passion for young people.
The fact that you have elected a man does not mean then you begin to order him around. The president will do whatever is good for the country at any given time.
Mr. Adeshino, isn't the president responsible to the people?
What should the next president do to root out stakeholders who are complicit?
You fire those. Those that need to be fired are fired.
It's looking like a brand new Chelsea, attacking with so much fluidity. And what can you say about that, Martin? I know you follow Chelsea quite closely.
I live close to the Chelsea training ground. That's what you mean by that. I'm not a